Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another exciting vlog from Andalusia, Spain. Today is our first hike in Sierra Nevada mountains and we're gonna do a loop from Lanjaron town and also see a waterfall. Let's get into the vlog. Right after about half an hour of driving from Salobreña, we arrived to Lanjaron town, which is at the beginning of Sierra Nevada mountains, and now we're gonna try to find the trailhead. Walking through the town, we discovered these threshing circles of Lanjaron. They're used to grind grains and pulses into flour. Here we can see information table about some mountain biking routes. They're in these surroundings, but we're gonna do some other routes today. Here we see information table about this hiking route from Lanjaron to Tello, but it's a 5.3 kilometers, so it takes 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think we'll only do a part of it and then return back another way. The plan for today was to again follow the GPS navigation from the Wikilog app that somebody uploaded before. Be only about 10-kilometer loop following the river gorge, and then we should go from this side up and another way down. Straight from the beginning, the path goes pretty steep, and we noticed that there is not many trees. Even these slopes in the distance don't have much trees and exposed to the sun all day long. About 15 minutes into the hike, we found ourselves in between properties surrounded by fences, which is really typical in Spain. And here you can see how the Wikilog GPS looks like, so you can follow it offline. You don't need internet and just pay I think $5 per year, and then you can choose from hikes that many people uploaded in the area that you want to hike to. It's a really great tool because sometimes it follows even hiking paths that are not marked. Here we notice on the other side there is even a road for cars. After about an hour of hiking, we got from the barren, boring area without trees to this more lush area, and soon after we found this river stream. So looking around, we noticed that there are many burnt trees. So first we thought that this area is just deforested for cattle grazing, but then we saw more and more burned down trees, which was a sign of a huge fire that must have been here a long time ago. But now the trees don't really have time to regrow because of intense droughts. And here you see how we plan to go back. The road should be going somewhere on the other side, on that ridge over there. Here we can see a common sign in Spain, prohibited access, so they really love their private properties here. After about 2 hours we got to this steeper river gorge, and from here we should descend down to the waterfall, but we still decided we have a little bit more time, so we're gonna go a little bit straight and then return back to this crossroad over here. So here the path was more wet and muddy, and Sanya wanted to go back already, but I pushed her to go a little bit more. So it seems like we're getting better view of the higher snowy peaks of Sierra Nevada, and they're still farming goats here like thousands of years ago. So poor. Alright, we're looking at the time and we decided it's the right time to start descending, and it's a pretty nice place with the view of this snowy peak in the background. If we had enough time we could actually make a bigger loop if we went a little bit straight and then it goes around on the left, but either way we are satisfied with this view over here, and plus we have another adventure waiting on the way back where we should see a waterfall. So this way is a crossroad where you can go on the left, and it probably goes through those mountains and back to Lanjaron, but we are not sure because we don't have it on GPS, so we're just gonna play it safe and go according to the Wikiloc app. After about 15 minutes of descending, we got to the place where we had lunch. Now we're gonna cross the river and continue on the other side of the gorge until Lanjaron. And only a few minutes after crossroad, we ran into an obstacle. There was a big bull with horns standing right on the path we wanted to cross, and there was no way to go around. There was bushes everywhere. Either me or Sanya have much experience with bulls before, but we knew from toreadors that they can be quite aggressive, so we didn't want to risk our lives here, and we're even thinking to turn back from here. and go the same way back. But Sanya was brave enough to go around him, and he didn't even move. He was just peacefully standing there like any cow would stand there. And it's all said that the Spanish culture made the bulls like the fearful creatures because of the toreador fights, when in fact they're pretty peaceful and would not touch you if you don't do anything to them. So after steep descent we got to this river, and then we had to find out the way how to cross it, but luckily there was a bridge, so we crossed to the other side and continued steep up the hill on the other side of the gorge. For the next few kilometers, as you can see, we're following this water canal that was coming from the river. It reminded me of the hike to El Saltillo Waterfall that you can check out on this channel. And here we finally arrived to the waterfall that was marked on the Wikiloc app. It was not a big waterfall, but it was a nice addition to this hike. As you can see, we are on the shadowy side of the hill and all the sun is on the side we were hiking before, but we're hoping to see sun again today once we get to the end of this hill. Here we got to this sketchy part where this water canal was basically built on the side of this steep cliff. It was similar to El Saltillo hike, but to El Saltillo you had boundaries to protect you from falling, but here you had nothing, so you had to be really careful. And sometimes the rocks were even pushing out of the way, so you had to put your backpack down and kind of scroll through it, but luckily it was not too long to get through this part. And here we got to the crossroad of more hiking routes that we don't know where exactly they're going, maybe some of the nearby hills, but we don't have it on our GPS. So this spot on the side is following this water canal for majority of the way, so I would say the path on the other side was more interesting. Just as we thought that the sun is going down and we're not gonna see it again, we got till the end of the hill and we got to see the sunshine one more time. Even though we still had about 2 or 3 kilometers back to Lanjaron, there were already houses here and a paved road. And as you can see, it's so warm here that they can grow kiwi fruits. And we're also lucky to witness this beautiful sunset behind the hills. So even though the sun was already down, we still had around 200 meters of elevation descent. It should take us maybe another half an hour. So I was walking by these rocks, I felt the heat coming from them, so they accumulated the heat from the day and they're still warm. As you can see, there is a little river flowing through here, and that's why many people have properties here, so they can grow fruit trees which wouldn't otherwise survive the droughts of the summer without water. Down here you can already see the Lanjaron town where we need to descend, and this descent actually reminded us when we were descending down to the town of Baños in Ecuador. It was also getting dark and the town was similarly situated in between the hills. Alright guys, we made it safely back to Lanjaron, so although we had to speed up a little bit the other half of the hike to make it before darkness, it was still a great day. I would definitely recommend to do this loop, there are many nice parts to it. And if I was in Lanjaron next time, I would definitely take more time and try some of the bigger loops. So stay tuned for future adventures from Andalusia, Spain, and as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.